Have you ever wondered why some people seem to grow richer while others work harder but never escape the paycheck cycle? Why do schools teach us history and algebra but almost nothing about money? The one thing we use every single day. Robert Kiyosaki asked the same question, and in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he shares what he learned from two very different mentors: his own father, the poor dad, and his best friend's father, the rich dad. One taught him to study hard, get a degree, and find a secure job. The other taught him to study money, build assets, and make money work for him. What he discovered changed his life and has inspired millions to think differently about wealth. Let's explore the key lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad and see how the mindset of the rich can transform your future. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. His real father, the poor dad, was intelligent, honest, and hardworking. He believed in education and job stability, but struggled financially. His rich dad, on the other hand, was a businessman with little formal education, yet he became wealthy through investing and entrepreneurship. The poor dad said, "Go to school, get good grades, and find a safe job." The rich dad said, "Learn how money works and make it work for you." The first lesson is simple but powerful. The rich don't work for money. Most people spend their lives working for a paycheck, but the rich use money as a tool. They build systems, businesses, and investments that earn for them even while they sleep. The second lesson, financial education is the key. We learn how to read and write, but not how to manage money. To become wealthy, you must understand the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out. Rich people spend their lives buying assets. Poor people often buy liabilities, thinking they are assets. The third lesson, mind your own business. Even if you have a job, start building something that belongs to you, a side hustle, a small investment, or a business. Never depend on one source of income. The fourth lesson, the rich buy assets. They invest in things that produce more money: real estate, stocks, intellectual property, and businesses. Poor people buy things that look rich, cars, clothes, and gadgets, but lose value over time. The fifth lesson, don't let fear stop you. Most people stay poor because they fear losing money. Rich Dad taught that failure is not the end, it's part of learning. Winners learn from their losses and try again. The poor let fear and doubt control their choices. The sixth lesson, work to learn, not just to earn. Instead of chasing promotions or bigger paychecks, focus on gaining skills that multiply your opportunities: sales, communication, leadership, and investing. The more you learn, the more valuable you become. In the end, Rich Dad, Poor Dad teaches that wealth starts with your mindset, not your paycheck. Money alone doesn't make you rich, knowledge does. When you master how money works, you'll never have to work for money again. Change the way you think, build assets, and make money your servant, not your master. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves learning through books. Your support helps Book Echo grow and bring more inspiring stories every week. Thank you for listening. This is Book Echo, where great ideas never fade.